Hi, I've been collecting LEGO Ninjago minifigures off and on for the past 15 years, and today I'm going to be ranking every single new Dragons Rising Season 4 Part 1 minifigure. Last place is Sora, purely just because it's a reuse of the Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2 minifigure. It's a good figure, but I won't put it any higher just because it's a reuse. I am recording this before the release of Dragons Rising Season 4 Part 1. Yes, I put the Loyalist Leader in 14th place below the Loyalist. The Loyalist Leader looks fun with a design on the torso and the legs, and the maroon and dark red, but it doesn't really look that interesting. The Loyalist is one step over the Loyalist Leader in my opinion, which lands it at 13th place. I prefer how the hood matches the torso and legs, over how the hood for the leader looks. 12th place is Dragon J, which is my least favorite of the new dragon forms. I just really don't fuck with the core yellow on J, even though I am a massive J fan. 11th place, the Mutation Monster. I think his right arm being see-through is very fun, but the head just ticks me off. Like, I understand what they were going for with having a minifigure use a big fig head, but it just doesn't look good to me. I like the fangs on the torso and the toes. Earth Monster comes in at 10th place. Cool torso design, but kind of forgetful minifigure. It doesn't really look like a Ninjago fig. It just looks like a random, normal minifigure. The Earth Monster with horns is better looking than the one without horns, which is why I'm putting it in 9th place. And I do like the colors, but it's still just a boring character. The new Euphrasia minifigure comes in 8th place. I do think the design is cool. I am a fan of the wind-looking robes, but I think she could have some arm printing perhaps to make her really stand out. I know that not a lot of Ninjago minifigures get arm printing. That's a very rare case. But I feel like if their plan is to introduce Euphrasia as a new main ninja, I feel like they could give her something special. Perhaps just adding some wind swooshes on her arms. The Acid Monster is my favorite of the new monsters and makes it land in 7th place. Very nice having the snake tail piece back. I do love that. Perhaps that means that one of the 15th anniversary minifigures will have the snake piece. I'm hoping for all of the snake generals again. Or perhaps a General Arcturus minifigure. Other than that, for the Acid Monster, it's just see-through purple, and the head has no printing, which looks whack and boring. I know they usually don't print on see-through or dual molded heads, but I still feel like they could have. 6th place is Dragon Lloyd. I do prefer his look over Jay, but the light green isn't really my favorite secondary Lloyd color. I kind of prefer Lloyd with a darker green as a secondary color. Whilst I do like the dark red on Dragon Kai, I do prefer the other ninja secondary colors over dark red on Kai, which is why I'm putting it in 5th place. It's still a good minifigure though. Dragon Zane comes in just below the top 3 in 4th place. It's the first figure I'd say looks great. Icy Blue is a great secondary Zane color, but I think he could perhaps have even a little more icy blue, like perhaps his belt or something like that. And now, the top 3, which are all heaters. 3rd place goes to Dragon Nia. Dragon Nia is my second favorite new dragon form design. I love the gunmetal gray on her, and getting in some maroon, which was her primary or secondary color a few years ago, looks great. Would be interesting to see how she would have looked with maroon instead of the gunmetal gray, but the gunmetal gray looks perfect. And 2nd place goes to Cole. Cole has historically been my least favorite ninja, kinda just because, but the orange on Cole is always fire. Whenever Cole got his orange as a secondary color of brown or something like that, the figs have been fire since. I love how the orange looks on Cole. The only thing more peak than orange Cole is dark blue Aaron. 1st place and my favorite minifigure of Dragons Rising Season 4 Part 1 is Aaron. Aaron's design is so peak. The only complaint I have is that the hood piece is the same color as his previous hood piece. But the 2 dragons fighting on his shirt, symbolizing his internal struggles, and the 2 different colored arms are perfect. And is by a slight mile my favorite new figure from Dragons Rising Season 4 Part 1. And now just wrapping it up, I do like the figures this wave. I do like the design of the ninja minifigures, kind of matching the Dragonians with their tails and their wings and things like that. But the villains are so mid. Oh my god, I really hope they have an amazing personality in the show, because otherwise they are such a waste of space. The Forbidden Five in the show were very misused, building them up for like a season and a half and then just discarding them. But at least their minifigures are sick, especially Kerr and Drix. But I really hope that they give the new monsters some good personalities. And I'd rank this minifigure line as a whole, like disregarding the sets, and that the dragon forms are split up in completely different sets so that you have to buy like everything to collect everything, which sucks. I'd give it like a C plus B minus, with the dragon forms bringing it up and the villains bringing it way down. Make sure to comment your list down below, like and subscribe, and bye. And here are 3 minifigures that I want to flex that I have in my collection, just so that you know that I know ball.